Hello and welcome to a hotel room in Atlanta. That's right, I'm in Atlanta, but I'm still filming episodes because, hey, I like doing this and I forgot to ruin myself right now. Anyway, video game IPs, franchises, they're, well, what games are parts of. And sometimes they're killed off unceremoniously for absolutely no reason. And that's what we're talking about today. Dead IPs, dead franchises. And just to clarify, by dead I don't mean franchises that are so oversaturated with games that, like Just Dance, that they're terrible at this point, that no one cares, that not that type of dead, nor do I mean games that had an official ending to the franchise. So, I'm talking about games that are franchises that just kind of stopped for no apparent reason, or for a reason that wasn't really well justified. And it's going to be from some console developers and major publishers. Not all of them. There are way too many deserted franchises from big publishers to cover here. I'm just going to talk about some of them I have on a list on my phone that I did this afternoon. Anyway, let's get started with Nintendo. Now, first off is F-Zero. Now, while they did give a reason for this back in 2011, saying that they didn't know where to take the franchise, and if a new controller brought new ideas, they'd make a new game, they've had some pretty innovative controllers since then. The Wii U gamepad, with all its flaws, was still definitely innovative design with its touchscreen, and could have done something very cool there. Also, by the way, this would also probably be good to mention, I'm not counting spin-off games. So, yes, Paper Mario is a dead franchise. Sticker Star, Color Splash, those are all spin-offs. They're not true to the original style of the game. And you might say, well, then Mario Galaxy is not true to the original style of Mario Bros. No, because Mario Galaxy is its own established franchise. It's not called New Super Mario Bros. In space, alright? New Super Mario Bros. In space. I'd buy a Switch for that. Anyway, yeah, so F-Zero, we've not gotten a new game in like over a decade kind of at this point. Ish. I mean, there was some mobile rehashing for a while. A lot of these things have continuations on mobile that don't exist anymore. Like, continuations of franchises and IPs on mobile tend to last maybe a year or two before they're moved from the App Store, Google Play Store, or whatever you have on your phone. Anyway, moving on. No More Heroes. Now, if you don't know what this is, it was one of the only M-rated games on the Wii. It was really fucking awesome, and goddammit, Travis Touchdown has a much better right to be in Smash Bros. Than Cloud does. So, Final Fantasy VII was never even on a Nintendo system. Seriously though, Travis Touchdown, freaking badass character, and No More Heroes. My first ever mature rated game I ever owned. Love that game. It was one of the ones on the Wii that was mature rated along with games like Mad World. It was a really fun time. And of course, Resident Evil and Call of Duty. But like, this is a Nintendo game. I mean, yes, okay, to be fair, it did not stay on Nintendo for long. The first two games were Nintendo exclusives. After that, had spin-offs that went to the 360 and did much better over there. However, Nintendo was always the one licensing it out to Microsoft and Sony for their PS3 and 360 releases. So the Nintendo always held on to the rights to this, and they're still holding on to the rights with it and planning to do nothing with it, according to them. So, if they remade it, I'd buy a Switch for it. I'm trying to building up a quote line of evidence against me if these ever do come out. If all these games that I want to say, if I say I'll buy a Switch for it and they all come out on the Switch, I'll buy a Switch. At some point. I just don't really have a need for one right now. Anyway, moving on. Another Nintendo game I really liked, Chibi Robo. Now, when I say I don't count spin-offs, apart from Paper Mario, this is basically what I was talking about. Chibi Robo got a game on the GameCube, which was beloved by a lot of people. And then some shitty handheld games. Now, the 3DS, most recently, was the last system to have this Chibi Robo game, had two. One of them was an eShop exclusive, was a photo finder, which is basically just a photography mini game, which was actually a lot of fun. Another one was Ziplash. Yeah, Ziplash blows. It was a 2D platformer. It was like 2.5D platformer. What the hell? Now, this is also kind of weird, though, because Nintendo did actually kind of give a reason, and also it's the community's fault for killing off this game, because Nintendo, before they even launched the game, and of course directly afterwards, said that the continuation of the franchise depended on the sales of Chibi Robo Ziplash. Although everyone's blaming on Chibi Robo for not being good, when honestly, if you wanted to see a good Chibi Robo game, you should have just bought Ziplash and then waited for them to make another one. But right now, Chibi Robo is dead. In fact, I actually did have plans to make one on the Nintendo Switch, just called Chibi Robo 2, continuing from the first one, way back on the GameCube. But, not enough people bought Ziplash, so we ain't getting that. Moving on. Punch-Out! There's no reason for Nintendo not to be completely supporting this IP right now. This is insane. So, there have been a few Punch-Out games officially released, and the last one, actual Punch-Out game, not including, Doc Lewis's Punch-Out, which is Nintendo, which is the WiiWare Nintendo eShop exclusive thing, was Punch-Out on Wii, which was a fucking amazing game. And then, yes, Little Mac has been included in Smash Bros. In the last 2 entries. 3 entries if you included the Wii U and 3DS as 2 different games. Whatever. Point being, he's had Little Mac, the character, has had several cameos. But not another Punch-Out game. And honestly, with the controls we saw, like, in ARMS, the Switch game ARMS, like, with all, like, the new, like, the motion sensing on Switch, I don't see why not. This is the perfect time to bring back the Punch-Out series. I'd buy a Switch for that. And then, we have the Excite series. Excite Buck. Excite Buck? I don't think they ever did animals. Excite Truck. Sorry. Excite Bike. All the other Excite games. Now, of course, Excite Bike, we all know Excite Bike, the classic title. And then it came back with Excite Truck on the Wii, and some other ones with the WiiWare exclusive titles. It's a fun series. I don't know why they've killed it off. Again, it didn't really have an ending, it just kind of died. Also, if you're wondering why I'm not listing Mother/Earthbound here, is because the creator of the series has actually said he's not interested in making any more. The series is done. It had an official canonical ending. It's not a dead series. It's just ended. Unlike lots of other series I've taken part in. Anyway, here we have Sega. And basically, can I say this right now? Apart from Sonic the Hedgehog, all their IPs are fucking dead. Let's just get into some of the bigger ones, okay? We have Golden Axe. So its last release year was, also from here on out, I'm gonna talk about what the last release year of these game series were. Anyway, Sega Golden Axe. This is a really fun game until, it didn't exist anymore. Last release was on the 2008 release on Xbox 360, and it brought to the system a lot of new things, such as fucking shit. Yeah, no, this game was terrible. Let's move on. I don't want to think about 2008 Golden Axe ever again. Now, Jet Set Radio. I do not know a lot about this series. I know it's weird and kooky and kind of cool. I only really know the characters from Sega Tennis, Sonic. There's a Sonic Tennis game on the DS that includes like a bunch of other Sega characters, and they're also in Sonic and also Racing Transformed. Anyway, its last game was in 2012. Do that what you will. I'm not really. If they brought that back, I wouldn't buy a system for it. None of that. Just I know some people like that series. So yes, Afterburner. Well, hello, 2010 last release. This is a good series for Sega, and this is the point where they realize, well, oh shit, Sonic's the only thing making us money, so let's not support any of the other IPs, let's just kill this one off. And I'm kind of sad Afterburner is gone. Now, Alex Kidd, if you guys don't know who he is, he was Sega's mascot before Sonic was invented. Yeah, I almost put Altered Beast on this list, but in America, we didn't care about Altered Beast. In Japan, they did, because that's what the original design was. Sonic, that's right, sorry, not the original design for Sonic, but that was... Altered Beast played a role in the design of that game kind of phased into Sonic, but it was also the original game package, which is Genesis over there and over here. Anyway, point being, Alex Kidd was the original mascot for Sega before Sonic the Hedgehog, obviously, and he took the world by storm and never looked back. But yeah, we've not had a game from him since 1990. No remaster collections, nothing like that, which is honestly but odd because Sega's been doing a lot of that recently. Well, Sega and Namco have been doing a lot of stuff with remaster collection recently. Hell, look at Sega Sonic Mania. Anyway, here's one that really pisses me off. Crazy Taxi. I fucking love Crazy Taxi. Seriously, if it goes down to the most money I've ever spent in arcade games, right? It has to be Crazy Taxi. Okay, I have the remasteration for the 360 on my Xbox One. But that, in 2007, was the last we heard from this franchise, which is really sad. No problem, not even proper mobile port for this game, which pisses me off. Crazy Taxi is so much fun, and it wasn't like it was a bad game or anything. Sure, BD Joe's appeared in Sonic All-Star Racing Transformed, but so did Wreck-It Ralph. So, seriously, I would buy, if this was on the Switch, and a Switch exclusive, which it probably would end up being, I would buy a Switch for this. Anyway, let's move on. Sega Bass Fishing. Now, we all know that Rapala killed this one off before Rapala was killed off by itself, because it's a fucking fishing game. But this is responsible for the fish meme, which is brought to you by Achievement Hunter from Versus. But seriously, this thing, I actually played Sega Bass Fishing on the Sega Dreamcast, and that game was amazing. The Dreamcast controller is actually really nice to hold, apart from that analog stick. Anyway, point being, this is actually a really fun fishing game because it didn't really take itself too seriously, unlike Rapala. Whatever happened to Rapala? I'm pretty sure it's died out. Who gives a shit? Anyway, Sega Bass Fishing is a sad IP to see go, and it's a lot of fun. games, go back and play on the Dreamcast because that's you can actually no, you can get a PC emulator for it, but Dreamcast is where it's at. Anyway, Space Channel 5, last release 2003. This is dead. Moving on. Super Monkey Ball, another one I really don't know a lot about. I only really found via Sega compilation games with Sonic All-Stars Racing Transformed and that Sonic tennis game again. But from what I played of it on other systems, it's actually quite fun. It's just sad that I don't really support the franchise since 2014. And I know it's only been like 5 years, and some games take a long time to develop, but it's Super Monkey Ball. They don't take a long time to develop those games. It's Super fucking Monkey Ball. Come on. Anyway, now this is the one that, apart from Crazy Taxi, drives me up the wall the most. Virtua Fighter. I'm a big fan of Virtua Fighter. In fact, I'm kind of collecting footage for Virtua Fighter possible review as we speak. Well, not obviously not right now, but like when I get back home, I can start filming stuff for Virtua Fighter 5 Final Fight Edition Xbox One review. Now, if you guys don't know, it was kind of killed off by Tekken, and no Tekken and Mortal Kombat are not rivals. They're completely different styles of fighting games. But seriously, it was really cool. It was one of the first franchises to use actual mocap, which Mortal Kombat does now, but doesn't even do very well. Also, if you want to know where Nintendo ripped off a design from Samus, for Zero Suit Samus' alternate costumes from in Smash 4, look at Virtua Fighter 5 and look at Sarah's costume design. Yeah, it's Zero Suit Samus, just with pants instead of shorts. Anyway, that's the end of Sega. Let's move on to EA Games. So not as many as you actually think here. First off, we have 007. Now, they didn't exactly kill off this IP as much as they dropped the franchise license. This is, of course, a James Bond game. After GoldenEye Rogue Agent shot them through the fucking shot them in the foot and just dropped them through the fucking floor, they gave the license to Activision, who made several successful games: Bloodstone, Quantum of Solace, both GoldenEye reboots, and Legends. Truth is, I wish EA would take over its license again, get rid of microtransactions in these games, fix them up, and sell them. Actually, no, hell, fuck that. I want Nightfire and Agent Under Fire repackaged on Xbox One, PS4, Nintendo Switch, PC, whatever, graphics visually updated. Like, kind of like a Halo Master Chief Collection where you can swap back and forth between the original graphics and their Anniversary Edition graphics for Halo 1 and 2. Just do that for the 007 games, please, EA. We have Dead Space. Now, this one was officially confirmed gone. Was actually officially ended in the series. But since its final game in 2013 has been being teased constantly. Small demos sent out by EA to other companies, included on bonus discs even for a Dead Space Awakening Dead Space 4 game. And since it's been mentioned so much by EA, I'm considering it just a dead franchise instead of an active IP or a finished series. Titanfall. Yeah, I didn't really think this one actually was ended. I thought it's only been 3 years, two years really, since the last game came out. But no, they're not developing Titanfall 3. Now, Titanfall 2 was a great game. It just launched at a really bad time. It was in the same month span as a Call of Duty title and a Battlefield title. No FPS can survive that. Now, the first Titanfall was glitchy and problematic. I have it. I've played it. It's a fun game. Titanfall 2, absolutely amazing. But due to lackluster sales, due to the timed launch, and of course not enough pickup after that, they're not really looking to continue this game series. Sorry, I wish they really would. It was a fun game series. It only lasted 2 installments. But now, when I say retired EA Games IPs, everyone thinks of one series. Skate. Skate is the best fucking series EA has ever produced. And it's a complete travesty that they just kind of shot it in the head and said goodbye. But seriously, they... I love Skate. Oh my god. So I've never been able to skateboard in real life. I tried it several times. Injured myself several times. Anyway, point being, I love the Skate games. They are so great. I think the second ever full footage game we've ever did on this channel might have been Skate 3. Either that or it was Shadow Warrior. Anyway, point being, I love Skate. And Skate 3 was the last real game entry that we got. And so we've had 4 official games in the franchise, and there's actually quite an interesting history. We got Skate 1, Skate 2, which was on PS2, PS3, Xbox 360. Then we got Skate It, which is the most interesting one platform-wise. You had it on the Wii, the Nintendo DS with multiplayer Wi-Fi connection, and then a basically exact same port of that onto the mobile phone. Now, Skate, sadly, is no longer available on the App Store. Last time I saw it was on my old phone back in 2015. When I had to get a new phone, I checked the App Store to try to download it, and it's gone. Couldn't transfer it over. Sorry. Now, yeah, it was a pretty shitty game on the phone, on the DS, I'll admit, but on the Wii, hello 600 hours of gameplay and playing it at school and Teen Club after school, that was just so amazing to me. Skate was an amazing game series, and Skate 3, of course, on the Xbox 360, PS3. How can you not like this game? Now, there is kind of a reason that this game series doesn't exist anymore, and that's because EA had to lay off basically all the employees of Black Box Studios, the subsidiary company who made the game. But that doesn't mean you couldn't have transferred it elsewhere. EA has so much money to waste on games like killing Star Wars Battlefront series. But they can't revive or even remaster a beloved franchise that is their best-selling franchise to date that isn't a fucking, like, football game. Anyway, yeah, I'm so pissed off about that one. Come on, EA. It's your best game series, and you know. Anyway, Ubisoft. I only really one on this list. Now, yes, I was thinking if I was talking about games that have been oversaturated to death, Just Dance. And actually, to be fair, Assassin's Creed Odyssey was going to be the last game in the series if it didn't sell well. Well, obviously it did, because it's a fucking amazing game, so they're making more. But anyway, I want to talk about Watch Dogs and Watch Dogs 2. Watch Dogs gets a lot of shit. Like, a lot of shit. I mean, rightfully so, it was glitchy and not a great story overall. But the whole hacking mechanic, that was really amazing. So I have this game, I haven't played it in a long time, have it as an Xbox Live Gold title, but it's just a lot of fun. And yeah, you couldn't really change your character's appearance that much, but whatever. If you wanted something that was a little bit more technical than GTA 5, with worse graphics, and actually, no, I was about to say those graphics, and a small open world, then you played Watch Dogs. Then Watch Dogs 2 came out. San Francisco. With a city this iconic, you gotta do it justice. And Watch Dogs 2 didn't. Now, I lived in San Francisco for a long time. Well, for me anyway, 5 years. In my last man, it's quite a while. Especially my 17th birthday is coming up in a few days. Woohoo! But no, seriously. So yeah, no, I know the roads around San Francisco. I'm like, okay, should we go to the airport? What? And yeah, I know it can't be. Where does it end? Where does San Francisco end? But they messed up so much stuff in that map. It's just terrible. And it was a lot of fun. I got it via a Game Pass demo back when I had Game Pass. But it was cool, I guess. Watch Dogs 2. I can see why it stopped the series though. Unlike some other series on this list. Anyway, let's move on. Rockstar games. Now, there are more here than you might think. Also, Red Dead Redemption, the first one, is a sequel to Red Dead Revolver. I want a remastered version of that, please. Anyway, moving on to the list of dead game IPs for Rockstar. So, the first one is Bully. Yeah. So, now this one's not... it's a bit whether it's fully dead. So, basically, Bully was... like, it's easily the least violent game Rockstar's ever made by themselves. It's not M-rated on some consoles, crap like that. It's a really fun game in a school setting. It was available on multiple platforms, it's had a remastered edition, and it's also available on the phone. Great game, but they've not shown... like, and I know Rockstar development cycles do take for fucking ever, and justifiably. They're all huge open-world games now, and they all take hundreds of thousands of millions of dollars to develop, and they do take a long time for a good reason. But Bully hasn't even been talked about, so it's safe to say that series is dead. Then we got Midnight Club, last released 2008. Why did we kill this one off? Okay, I guess seriously, the franchise does live on in Franklin from GTA 5. That's what his inspiration was. But no. Midnight Club was a fun game franchise. I just don't know why it's gone, and there's no official, we're ending the series here. It's just, we're just dropping it. Then, Max Payne, last release 2012. Now, honestly, if you want to think about what killed this one off, it probably was the GTA franchise. That combined with Hitman. But it was a fun game series nonetheless, and definitely it was, if you wanted violence, you played that. Fuck GTA. GTA 5 is a great game. GTA on the DS, Chinatown Wars was the shit. But seriously though, yeah, Max Payne, you'll be sorely missed. Anyway, let's move on to the final group here. PlayStation, aka developed by Sony. Now, I'm also counting companies that Sony owns or PlayStation exclusives here, just because I want to talk about one title more than anything else. Now, first up, Sly Cooper. If you guys don't know what that is, where the hell have you been? Yeah, so the friggin' awesome game that started with Sly Cooper, Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus. Amazing title, amazing game. Now, officially, the reason that they've given us for this thing's very extensive hiatus, it's been on hiatus for 6 years now, is because of the Sly Cooper movie that they are working on. Yeah, no, this trailer came out in 2016, we've had nothing since then. Except for multiple rehashes of the same trailer. I'd go see the movie. But honestly, if you're not going to give us a movie, give us more Sly Cooper games. I need more things to play on my PS4. They're exclusives. It's just an awesome game series. Then we have Little Big Planet. Now, this was a main IP for the PS3 and PS4 originally, as well as a really fun running iPhone game that I think you can still get. I think it's a little bit. Yeah, it's really fun running iPhone, like side-scrolling running iPhone game. Anyway, yeah, no, Little Big Planet is a really fun IP. I mean, they killed it off because it was getting a bit tired, honestly. I can see that, but also, it's been 6 years. I'm pretty sure we sat down for 6 years and thought of new ideas for Little Big Planet, a series that creative and that cool with those abilities. Really come up with something. There's no excuse for this series to be as dead as it is. Now, another one, Jak and Daxter. Now, its official last game was 2013, but that was just a collection. Before that, we haven't had one in over 15 years. Jak and Daxter, if you don't know what that was a bit like Ratchet and Clank. Just with characters with cooler names than Ratchet and Clank. Jak and Daxter was a lot of fun, and it was a good game franchise that spawned a very big cult following. However, as we know with stuff like movies and, of course, games, cult followings do not necessarily generate overall success, and the IP has since been dropped. Then we have Killzone. Hello, Murderfest. Not the show Murderfest, but like, hello, ultimate bloody, gory violence. Yeah, no, this series was amazing, and there's no reason for it to be gone. Its last release was 2013. And that's just kind of sad. It was a lot of fun to play. And then, of course, the one that everyone thinks of when they think, this thing was a big PlayStation series for a long time. Where the fuck is that gone? Yeah, I'm talking about Infamous here. Infamous was an amazing game series. Oh my goodness. One of the better early titles on the PS4 was Infamous Second Son. However, we've not heard of this series since 2014 with the launch of Infamous First Light. I like Infamous. It's a lot of fun. The jumping, the platforming, the shooting, the flying, the conduits, it's just so cool. The franchise is so cool, and the stories and the powers open themselves up to so many other games. I don't know why they haven't continued it. The studio hasn't shut down. Hasn't lost any money. It's being made by fucking Sony. And it's made by Sucker Punch Studios, who've made actually really other great games, but Infamous is what they're known for. And honestly, Infamous, along with MLB The Show, obviously, is why I bought a PlayStation. It's kind of sad we've not heard from this franchise in quite a while. Anyway, I might do a part 2 on this, I don't quite know. I'm in a hotel room in Atlanta. I'm tired. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this special video from Atlanta. If I'm going to also a quick reaction. If you guys didn't see my Where Is My Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary Edition video, it's on the way soon. I need to gather more footage, preferably for multiplayer and with both online and local multiplayer. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys in the next video.